Alright folks, I'm excited. So I had to do kind of a little preview of what's to come. I'm going to do a full-on review of this, but for now, just kind of wanted to show you guys a Glock 20C 10 millimeter auto. I love this thing, man. It is a freaking beast. Look at this. There's some buffalo bore right here, ammo, and stuff here. I feel sorry for something standing on the opposite side of this, man. Whew. It is impressive. When you shoot full power 10 millimeter, and I'm not talking about the weak stuff, I mean the full power 10 millimeter, you feel like, I mean, this is like the sword of Zeus in your hand. I mean, it is impressive. So let me tell you a little bit about Glock, man. I'm kind of a go against the grain, kind of a little bit rebellious, kind of march to the beat of my own drummer, all those cliches. That's me. And, man, all you hear about is Glocks. Glock this, Glock that. All these fanboys with their Glocks. It's kind of annoying. So, I've always been, I don't want to say I've been anti-Glock, but, you know, 'cause I'm not anti anything that I don't use. You know what I mean? If I don't have knowledge of it, I'm not going to be anti something. And so I was an anti-Glock, but yeah, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And not so much even the Glock. It was the pistol or the company. It was the fanboys. They were annoying. So it basically came down to I was looking for something in 10 millimeter, and I know, last spring. As you know, if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while, you know I went on a hunt with Ted Nugent, and he carries a Glock 10 millimeter. I don't think it's the C, but it's the Glock 20 10 millimeter. So I know he carries this, and so I've been looking for something in 10 millimeter, and kind of looking at the Colt Delta Elite, and there's EAA makes one. There's a couple different ones on the market, and I thought I'd just try out a Glock. And, so I wasn't even really necessarily buying a Glock. I just wanted the 10 millimeter. But I got this thing in, and let me tell you, I see why the Glock fanboys are fanboys. This thing is awesome. I mean, I put different brands, different grains, lead nose. I mean, I put everything through this, and it ate it up like a champion. Ate it up like it's eating Wheaties for breakfast, man. I mean, it consumed everything without any kind of hiccup. I mean, this thing didn't even think about making a mistake. It was perfect. And I love the way it fills up my hand. I love the trigger on it. The trigger is awesome. It's steady. It's got a crisp trigger. It is just, I love it. There's very little I would even change off this thing. Just, the way it is. Nice big grip. I guess it's a Gen 3. I don't know that much about Glock I've seen pictures of the Gen 4, so. But yeah, man, I'm loving this pistol. Digging it. And here's the compensator on top, and that's why it is called a 20C. It's got the compensator built into the barrel, which I think is pretty badass. There's actually a really cool picture on the internet of fire shooting out the top. It's like a V shape. Yeah, this thing, I love it. Love it. It's kind of my first Glock, though not technically my first Glock. It's kind of a messed up story, man. A couple years ago, I bought a Glock 40. It was a police turn-in, and it was kind of a messed up situation that I bought it under. Kind of bought it behind my wife's back, and I felt terrible about it. It was pretty cheap. I mean, it was only $250, but I don't know. I just felt guilty. I had a guilty conscience. So I never really got to enjoy it. And it was 40, and at the time I was putting a lot of money into other calibers, so I really only shot one box out of it. And like I said, I felt guilty about it, so I ended up selling it. So I never really got to enjoy it. I kind of think, I mean, it's kind of that aura thing. I had the aura hanging over me that I bought it and I shouldn't have. So it weighed heavy on my conscience. So it's like, comes down to it, I just didn't get to enjoy it. Now this one here, you know, it's bought under good terms, and I'm able to enjoy it, and I love it. Like I said, I absolutely love it. So anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Just had to show you. So happy Glocktober.